All right, Mushroom, join the party. You guys can ready up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Japanese Grand Prix for Tier 2 ISRL Esports. My name is ISRL Carter. I'm joined in the commentary booth by ISRL Mushroom. Um,
Hello.
yeah, how you doing? Gonna be a very interesting race, hopefully for the sake of everyone watching and tuning in today. Um, you've had some experience on this track, not yet in Tier 1 or Tier 3, or basically not yet in this ISRL series, but over the years, or especially during this game, what's been a couple of areas around this figure of eight circuit that these drivers are gonna have to look out for?
Personally, I think it's the fast-flowing nature. It's a track that gives you very little respite, so you try and take all the rest you can on the long straights. But the S-bends are particularly technical, so you run out of position in one, it puts you out of position for two, and it can very easily spiral out of control, and you can end up in the gravel traps. It's a very punishing track, and they're gonna have to be careful.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Sector one's, as you said, very technical. You've got to hit your marks, or as you said, you will be in the gravel trap and losing a lot of positions. So
Especially for qualifying, I think we could see quite a few laps dwindle, if you like, where they can be very quick and stuff all the way through, but then struggle because they get like one of them first corners wrong.
yeah, and over my experiences racing Japan, either online or even in sometimes in career mode, turn one is that's a danger zone for sure. Everyone's eager to get out of the blocks fast. Not really paying that much attention to where they are or where other cars are on the track, and it's wouldn't be surprised if it catches a lot of these drivers out, as you see ISRL Vito and LAS F1 Romain are the first ones out, along with Lorenzo Scarfo.
Um, yeah, that first corner is quite hard. There's not many overtaking points, so it's a corner where it is possible to overtake, but you gotta definitely be clean and close, or it can end up in a big accident and ruin both races.
Before we keep on going, we are going to take a look back at last week. Gonna see if I can pull up the race results really quickly.
I hope Joe Mo can put a good weekend together after he struggled recently. He's not had many clean weekends, so it'd be nice to see him
It
return to a bit of
really would
form.
be.
Because on his day he's quick. He just needs to string a full weekend together.
All right, we're gonna take a look at the Tier 2 standings. Once again, on the top of the standing, it's extremely close. 1 through 5, and even 1 through 6 are extremely close. ISRL Tommy is your points leader and your championship leader through 6 rounds. This is round 7 of 15. He has 62 points in the Mercedes. LAS F1 Romain sits in second place with 60. Chris Can, who was not able to join, as you see Romain take a little bit of a spin. Let's get out of the way there. Well done to him. Chris Can has 59 points in third place. Arcel Vito, who we are on board with right now, has 56 points in fourth place. And in fifth place, Cruz in the Alfa Romeo, 54. And Scar Logan in the Renault has 50. So 1 through 6 is separated by only 12 points. So every single race from here on out is going to be extremely important.
Yeah, definitely. I think Tommy's a bit of an underdog in this championship because he didn't qualify well, and he always finds himself in a good position at the end of the race. His consistency's a little Fernando Alonso-esque in places.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As Chris Can, no, I'm sorry, Chris Can, he's right here. Don't know why I didn't see him earlier. In the Williams, he's going to be the first to set a lap, and his lap is a 129.7. We're going to quickly switch
Lauren
over.
George on his way around.
Yep, I'm going to switch over to him coming out of the final turn. Let's see what he can do. He is about 6/10 off. He gets a 130.4. Vito jumps into the pits after his lap had been invalidated. Same thing with Romain in the Racing Point. Alex, though, he's on a hot lap. He's going to come around and set his first lap time. That will be well off the pace, 133.8.
Lauren Josh Garfield's on a good lap it by the looks of it.
Yeah, you're right. As now Scar Logan, or as he's changed his name.
He's looking very committed on that outlap, so I'm expecting this to be pretty good.
So you've got a Ferrari that is Chilmo, number 24 in the Ferrari in the Scarlet Red, going around Spoon. He is on his first timed lap, and as you said, looking again for his luck to finally try and turn around. Say it every week. He did get some points last week, if I remember correctly, in Russia. He sets a purple middle sector.
I believe Logan's gone off the track.
Yeah, it looks like it.
He's in the wall as well. He's got damage.
Wow, so Scar Logan.
He's caught his first victim, I guess.
And it looks like Loic, right around that same turn, he has retired from the session as Chilmo sets in a 131, about 2 seconds off of Chris Can's lap time. Let's see if I can...
Still a good lap for him, though.
Yeah, it was. Cruz is on his out lap, coming out of the penultimate corner to start his lineup. And Loic has left the set. What happened to Loic? He's left the session entirely.
Maybe there could have been a bit of an incident as Scal Logan reset onto the track. There was pretty close proximity to each other on the track, so...
Yeah, very interesting there. Yeah, and Scarlo is going to be a little bit getting used to. He just now changed his name to ISRL Scarlo LPC. His lap's been invalidated for obvious reasons. He doesn't have that much damage for going off into the gravel trap. He does have a bit of front wing end plate missing, so he'll have to be careful of that. Cruz is on a hot lap.
He's looking pretty fast as well.
Yeah, no kidding. See, there's a Racing Point in front of him. That is Romain. He's on an out lap, so he'll have to be careful. We've got a Mercedes of ISRL Tommy also on an out lap. And I think Chilmo...
Yeah, the Force India's got a few decisions. You're either going to have to get on with it, or you're going to have to give him the position.
Yeah, you don't want to have to risk a penalty for blocking another driver. Chilmo looks like he's on a much better lap here as he crosses the line. He improves on his lap time, but yeah.
Cruz goes fastest in Sector 2.
Here he comes now. He will set his first lap time. And it is 0.09 of a second off. He set the purple second and third sectors, but still not enough for pole position. Wow.
Personally, as Cruz and as a driver, I'd have found that quite offensive because it was a really good lap and to be so close but yet so far.
Yeah, it's got to you got to feel good about getting second, but to know that you were that close, got to be a little bit of a confidence dampener. Yeah, no kidding.
Especially in Tier 1, because a 1/10 of a second,
It's
think
huge.
He's such a little amount of time, but that can split the top 5 at times, you know.
So you got a little bit of something going on here with Cruz and Romain. I think Romain was on a hot lap. Cruz was... that's interesting. Got to check back in there. They're both trying to... Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, as Romain finally does now get around Cruz. I think Cruz may have impeded on Romain's lap. We'll have to check back in on that. Mercedes now of Tommy.
Behind Romain and at the start of Romain's lap.
Yeah.
So There must have been a mistake somewhere. I think they're
Tommy goes
falling over
4th
each other.
place.
Good lap by Tommy. But once again, Mo's back in the fight there for a possible podium if it works out on race day.
Yeah, that's a big if, as Vito sets another purple sector in the 2nd sector. He's coming around the final chicane. Careful not to invalidate your lap. And let's see if he can improve. Looks like he's definitely going to improve. And he does. He goes 3rd fastest, 130.1. Fastest final sector as well. Alex is starting another hot lap. Got another yellow flag in sector 1. Catastrophic in the Haas. His lap's invalidated. He will have to try again. Take a look now. Scar Logan coming around to set his lap time. Can he improve on his, or it's his first time lap? He goes 4th fastest with a 130.1.
And he's done that with front wing damage. He must have at least half a second left in him.
Yeah, well done to even get it into the top 4. See, another
That's
yellow flag.
impressive.
Looks like it's Alex. Alex has gone off in the Red Bull.
Oh, he's lucky not to collect a wall there. It's quite a tight little area.
Tommy jumps into the pits.
Catastrophic just had a run off, and he's just impeded Scarlo
Yeah,
as well.
I saw that. And now as Cruz sets the fastest middle sector, definitely going to be looking to knock Chris Can off of the pole position. And here he comes. Now a little bit of clip onto the grass. No more ERS for him, and Cruz does it. Wow, what a lap.
by a
129,
lot,
yeah. 6/10 up on Chris Can.
Someone just dropped some sandbags.
So we got a Ferrari. Vito, now he's going to jump into the pits. Alex, as you saw, came off in the first sector. He's going to dive back into the pits. Lorenzo.
Yeah, we might have a quiet stage for like 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's looking like it. A lot of guys are jumping into the pits. Scar Logan, he's going to jump into the pits too, I would assume so. And he does.
Maybe low-key internet dropped. He's just joined back.
Catastrophic slap has once again been invalidated. So right now the only car I can see out on track is Cruz, and he's on an in lap. As Chris Can. Wow! Oh no! Wow! Not sure if he meant to do that or not, but Cruz is out of qualifying. Luckily in pole position.
If he did mean to do that, well, that's some confidence.
Yeah. Chris Can exits the pits.
Unless he's done that to get a new set of soft tyres for the race, and then once he's done 3 laps.
Okay, wait, something's happened. The AI went straight into the wall. Give me 1 second. It looks like someone's having a little bit of trouble trying to join back. I would presume it would be Loic.
Yeah.
He's been in the chat saying I can't play.
Chris Can's on an outlap, and he's coming through a spoon.
Try and figure out what's going on, or which driver says they cannot participate. Yeah, it was interesting. Loic, if this is him that we're talking about, or maybe is it Vito? Yeah. Yeah, that's wow. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure if he had left the session, if he didn't take part in qualifying, he will be able to take part in the race if he can join back.
Chris Can's on a...
Yeah, Loic has joined back. So if he stays in here, I'm pretty sure he will be able to take part in the race. I'm not sure about qualifying though, but hopefully for his sake, he will be able to do that. So as it stands right now, Cruz is your provisional pole sitter. Chris Can in the Williams second, about 6/10 down. Vito in the Ferrari, and okay, we got the problems figured out. So good for Loic. Scar Logan in fourth, about a second off. Lorenzo Scarfo, Tommy, Chilmo, Alex, Loic, Romaine, and Catastrophic. 10th and 11th drivers are the only ones yet to set a lap time along with Loic.
If I remember correctly, both Force Indias have been strong up until now. It seems like a bit of an off weekend for the Force India team.
Yeah, in recent weeks or in the recent races that the Racing Points have competed, they've looked strong. They've been together a lot. Chris Ken improves on his time by a lot. It looks like Catastrophic had a little bit of a problem, but Chris Ken improves by a lot. But he's still just 2/10 off. It looks like he's going to go for another one. He's
Carlo, he's been off.
Yeah, Scar Logan, he's off into the gravel traps. Got to be careful not to impede on Chris Can's lap. Doesn't look like he will.
Lorenzo Scarfo's on a lap.
Yep, he's coming around to try and improve his time. Get another yellow flag. He improves his time, does not improve his position, unfortunately for him. Chilmo, he's on an out lap now. Romaine is on a hot lap. Coming around to the spoon curb.
Looking neat.
A little bit wide there. He looks to be okay. It clips the grass just a little bit. Another yellow flag. In Sector 1, oh no. Looks like one of the Ferraris maybe? And Lorenzo Scarfo looked like. That was interesting.
Romaine
Hopefully
with a purple second sector, this could be going for pole.
Yeah, this looks like it could be a potential to be a really good lap, and it is third position, 129.9.
Yeah, I think that's that first sector that killed him again.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised as Scar Logan with more wing damage. He will jump right back into the pits. Catastrophic, his lap again invalidated. Will he jump into the pits? No, it looks like he's. If I were him, I'd go for another one, and he will go for one more. Chilmo goes wide. Yeah, he goes wide. Has his lap invalidated. Vito on an out lap. Yep.
Catastrophic ruined his lap at turn 1. He won't get another go.
A yellow flag here that looks like for an Alpha that is Cruz, just going slowly. Tommy's now on an out lap in the Mercedes.
Vito's just started a lap.
As we are now riding on board with ISRL Vito through very technical, very tricky first sector. This corner right here can catch a lot of drivers out. Chris Ken retires from the session in the pit lane. He is through with qualifying. Try not to go
Vito's
wide here.
3 times up on pole.
Yep. Oh, goes a little wide, gets a little loose there. Hopefully nothing to it. Oh, we've got a Sector 1 incident. Oh, what's going on? Wow, Scar Logan and Chilmo. Oh no, and the retired Williams of Chris Can looked like he was involved with it too. What just happened to Chilmo, Scar Logan, and Chris Can? It said that Chris Can had retired from the session. His car is still going. Qualifying is now complete. Definitely going to be interesting to hear what happened with those 3 drivers. Back on board with Vito now.
He's marginally up on pole.
Yep, gotta be careful through this last chicane. Well done. Not to hit the curbs too much. A little bit of a bump here coming around to the line. Vito does not. He improves by 9 thousandths, but not able to improve his position. Catastrophic's gone off. He's retired. Vito retires, and it looks like the only driver on a timed lap right now is Tommy, so we're gonna switch to him.
Tommy for pole.
It's going to be interesting to see what's his first sector lap going to look like. 32, he's 6/10 up on his best. Goes a little bit slow through that corner. That's going to hurt him just a little bit. He's
Only
all by himself
1.4
now.
seconds to find.
A little bit too rough, too hard into the hairpin.
You can get away with it there though. He's got quite a late apex, so it might not cost him as much as it would do at places like Canada.
Oh, a little bit loose there. He's all right. Looks like he gets back on the power. Now down the back straight. Only car on track. Nothing in his way. Gonna look to set a good lap time, improve his position.
Purple late temp up.
There you
As
go.
long as you can find a second to .1 in the last sector.
No more ERS. Be careful not to corner cut. Very, very careful through the chicane. Oh, very close to hitting the wall. What's his time gonna be? Wasn't able to see it. He does not improve. Wow. So qualifying now is complete. Your order for the start will be Cruz and Chris Can on the front row. The Racing Point of Romain and ISRL Vito and the Ferrari share row 2. Scarlo and Lorenzo Scarfo share the third row. Tommy and Chilmo are 7th and 8th. Alex and Loic are 9th and 10th. And Catastrophic in the Haas will round out the field. One thing that I did notice was that no drivers opted to use the medium or hard tires. Everyone qualified, as now the deck joins in. He will be able to race, luckily for him, I think.
Now he's joined too late.
Oh no, did he join late?
Yeah.
As I was saying, no one tried the medium or hard tires. Everyone who completed a lap did it on the soft tire. So
I think that shows their league inexperience though as tier 2 drivers, because I believe in tier 1 tomorrow we'll see definitely some of the faster drivers like Sweet Crown and stuff start qualifying on mediums and maybe even hards. I think people with the best chance at the race could be like at the back. He's got free choice of tyres.
yeah, he and Catastrophic both have free choice. Or no, Catastrophic actually is the only driver with a free choice of tires.
If they stay clean, they could definitely be of some trouble to the top runners.
Formation lap is now beginning. Taking a look at Chris Can.
Blake's done exactly what I thought and started on medium, so
Yeah, it looks like he's on the grid.
If his pace is good, he's definitely got a chance at winning this.
So, what is an ideal pit strategy for this race? Are we looking at a possible 2-stop, maybe a 1-stop? What's it looking like for you?
It's funny when it comes to strategy, I think, because I think you can do a 1-stop, but if you lose 25 seconds dragging your tyres to do the 1-stop, you might as well have stopped for the soft tyres and had more action. Like, I think it depends on your race pace on the tyre and how comfortable you are with your car. But I would be aiming for maybe a 2-stopper if you're starting on the softs. If you're starting on the mediums, I think a 1-stopper would be quicker. So I think Loic will be looking at a perfect 1-stopper regarding no damage and any incidents.
Now, Cruz is far away from the rest of the pack. If it stays like this, he will be sitting on the grid for a lot longer as he now starts to slow down. Probably just realized how far away the rest of the pack was to him. Don't want to cool those tires off too much, as having those tires heated up is key for a start of the race, not to have any wheel spin, get a good launch off, lights out.
Loic could find this race start hard. He ended up having contact, and there's a few cars sat on the grid, so them tyres are going to be cooling down every second they wait there now.
Be interesting to see. Yep, we've got three. Scar Logan left the session. Hopefully that's not a. He will be able to join back. Luckily for him. Hopefully that won't affect the start of this race, as Cruz will go into his pit stall, or to his starting place stall, and we will wait for the lights. And here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights are out. Will there be a glitch at the start? As always, there is. We're going to wait alongside of him. He's going to look down the inside into turn 1.
3 wide in the back. There could be contact back there.
Oh, and there is contact. A little bit of contact there between one of the Ferraris and one of the Racing Points. As
so
Cruz,
like immediately on the attack on the medium, so much more comfortable than Chilmo.
Yeah, look at that. Loic is looking around the outside of Chilmo. Has a little bit of a peek down here. Not going to happen. I was got a yellow flag. Not sure who that was
Catastrophic looks like he's falling off the back of the pack as well on the mini-map.
Yep, Catastrophic falling behind just a little bit. Cruz is...
Like now past Mo, and he's up into 6th.
Yeah,
he's
but Mo's gonna have another look at it.
What a move!
Yeah, nice switch back there. Forces him a little bit onto the grass. Can't quite see.
Congratulate Mo, that was quite impressive.
Yeah, it was. As down into the spoon curve. He's going to go for a little bit of contact there, since Chilmo wide and the other Racing Point has more contact, and that was extremely close. Came right across. Oh, and Romain has been off the track. Comes right back in front of Catastrophic. Luckily, no contact was made. So it is Cruz from Chris Can and Vito as your top 3. Got a good little battle here with the Mercedes of Tommy and Lorenzo Scarfo. The Bollard's been knocked off, as it usually does eventually in this race.
If I was Tommy and Lorenzo Scarfo, I would start working together, because they need to start trying to build a bit of a gap to Loic, because he's now well within a race-winning position now. If he plays his cards right, he can have track position, and overtaking is not easy.
I mean, a little bit of a weird time interval going on here. We've got another yellow flag in Sector 1. Can't quite see who that was for.
I feel like there's a few drivers that can't quite get to grips with this circuit at the minute, and Romain and Catastrophic seem to be having regular occurrences off the track with yellow flags, so I hope they can find a bit of a rhythm and maybe come back to the back of the pack and make it a close race.
I don't know about you, but my intervals are a little bit messed up. It says that Vito is 1 minute 34 seconds behind Chris Can. Hopefully...
No, mine work.
Okay, that's really hoping that it wasn't affecting the drivers in the race as well.
Loic within 2/10 of Lorenzo Scarfo.
Yep, on board with Loic right now, going through 130R. Scarfo goes a little bit too deep into there. Not the right line that you want to do. Is he going to make a dive bomb? Loic's going to look at it. A little bit of contact.
Nah, I think the soft tires are dying too quickly on these guys. I don't think it'll be long before you start seeing people pit.
Looks like Romain gets past Catastrophic, but Romain dives into the pits.
You got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well.
Yeah, and now luckily my intervals have come back. A little bit of contact there between Loic and Scarfo.
Yeah. The gap at the front's bouncing a little bit from 1.5 seconds to a second, so that's a battle that's not quite over yet.
Oh, wow, we got a Ferrari off. It's Vito. It's gone off, and there's more contact. Oh my goodness, the track has been blocked, and everyone, Tommy's involved, Loic's been out, Vito's around. And we've got a safety car. And Lorenzo Scarfo, too, is facing the wrong way. What happened? Looks like Vito...
Big winner there, Chilmo. Yeah. He's into 3rd now, and he's really not had to work very hard.
Wow, it looked like, as we zoomed past on the Racing Point, looked like Vito was just in the middle of the track almost, and blocking it. Of course, not intentionally, but wow, that caught a lot of drivers out in a really short amount of time. And for good measure, the safety car is out. And as you said, yeah, Chilmo jumps all the way up to third. Alex up to fourth. Catastrophic from last
A
place
driver that's
is
going
up
to
to
be
seventh.
really, really gutted about that accident there. He's like, he was sat in a race winning position.
Yeah, that caught not only Loic, but it caught Scarfo out as well. He's out of this race. He was looking to
He was
defend
looking
it.
good as well.
Yeah, so wow, what an incredible accident that was. Kind of caught me off guard as well. That was
Yeah.
intense. So safety car is out. The field will all get bunched back up together behind the
This
safety car.
helps Lash Romain.
Yeah, no
He's
kidding.
pitted and he's on medium, so depending on how quick he can get back around to the start line, he could definitely catch the back of the pack and possibly be in a contention. Vido's gone onto the hards and Tommy onto the mediums, so
Yeah,
we've got a bit of a split strategy.
yeah, if you're on the soft tire, would you pit now? Maybe go onto the hard tire to the end of the race?
If you haven't pitted already, you're gonna lose your track position.
Right.
Overtaking
Yeah,
car.
it's too late now.
So it's too late now. But if I was the soft runners, I would have considered it as a free pit stop. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have depended on the gap
Everyone would have
to
helped.
the cars behind you as well.
Well, it's a bit of follow me lead when you come to the front runners. If the person in first pits, everyone else pits unless
Yeah.
you're his teammate. So it's a funny one. I think it takes someone with maybe the desire to pit. Like if you're second and you pit, then the guy in first is going to spend the whole of that safety car. You're going to get in his head if you like. He's going to be thinking, have I gotten wrong here? Because up at the front, it's just as much a mind game as it is skill. And some drivers can crack under that pressure, some drivers can thrive.
It'll be interesting to see as looks like the rest of the pack is now trying to, well, a little bit interesting turn there from Tommy. Trying to catch back up. This looks probably got one more lap under the safety car until it comes into the pits and we get back underway again. Yeah, but a big mover through that was Catastrophic. Was pretty sure battling for 9th place. As wow, Alex jumps into the pits. Oh, he's got a time penalty to serve, and he will go onto the medium tire.
Yeah,
Interesting not to go onto the hards there.
Yeah. Them mediums probably won't go to the end either. It's quite a hard track on rear tyres. And
yeah, maybe he knows something we don't.
Maybe he does. I think Mo could be a little bit out of his depth here. He's kind of come from 7th and been dropped in on a podium place, and he's got obviously some hungry drivers behind him. Tommy, who's hoping to extend his lead in the championship.
Yeah, that's a good point. Your championship leader sits in 4th position, and the guys hunting him down like Cruz and Chris Can are 1 and 2 right now.
Yeah. So what's separating Tommy from the battle for the top 2 is Mo. So I think he's definitely going to have to be in his mirrors on the race start, especially with Tommy having the new mediums and having a few laps to get him up to where he wants them to be. I think he'll be raring at the bit to try and get between Chris Cran and Cruz and start trying to build the point gap as it's dropped in the last few races. Last Roman will be hoping to improve on a somber 5 lap, so I think if he can get the car to be where he wants, he could be in with it a chance as well. He's the next person to be on mediums.
Yep, as the safety car is in on this lap. So we'll see who can get a good jump as now Cruz becomes the de facto safety car. Everyone's got to slow down. Don't think there was any contact made. Hopefully not, for everyone's sake. No broken front wings, looks like.
Tommy's all over Mo.
Yep,
I
Tommy's.
think Mo could be about to be eaten.
Yep, Tommy's ready to go.
Shooting distance of Cruz as well.
Yeah, I got a battle for the lead here. Cruz and Chris Cann going side by side through the first corner. Luckily, no incident occurred. The top four are right in line with each other. Al Chilmo goes a little bit wide.
He needs to really keep his head under this pressure, because this is going to be probably one of the biggest pressures he's going to get in ISRL. He's trying to hold a position that you're not meant to be in. If he can hold this position on a track where it's hard to overtake, it can really make him a championship contender.
Yeah, as Romain looked down the inside of Catastrophic for a second, thought better of it into the hairpin. As Cruz has already jumped ahead of Chris Cann by in about a second and a half. Chris Cann's got Chilmo and Tommy right behind him.
Chris Cann's got his mirrors full of Chilmo, so he's not having the chance to focus like Cruz and get like away from the pack. He's having to defend a lot more, so. But for the top three, there's nothing to lose. Tommy's quite happy to watch these guys burn their tyres a little bit quicker, fight a little bit more. And
Catastrophic's actually catching up to the back of Tommy as we speak of it. Cruz sets a new fastest lap of the race.
They've all become a bit of a train behind Chris Cann and Mo.
Tommy thought about it. Was there contact made between Tommy and Chilmo? Not quite sure.
I don't think so. The close gaps have stayed close.
Catastrophic now starting to fall back a little bit from ISRL Tommy.
Vito's catching Roman, who's catching Catastrophic.
And Catastrophic, it looks like he may be struggling a little bit, as you said. The three behind him are starting to catch up just a little bit. Only 8 drivers remain, so another situation where if you finish the race, you will get points. And even if you finish 8th, maybe last on the track.
It might be a bit of a bold statement here, but I think Tommy's your de facto leader.
Yeah, he's the only one he's the leader of the people who pitted during the safety car.
Everyone ahead of him needs to pit. He's your de facto leader here, with Catastrophic and Roman behind him on a bit of a split strategy. So it'll be interesting to see how 4th downwards works out, because they are in the best positions.
Oh, Tommy goes a little bit wide there. His momentum lost for the time being, but he will get, not sure if he'll get DRS just yet, but he'll get a good slipstream down the front straight. Cruz, that's another fastest lap, a little bit loose there. I'm going to ride on board with Tommy. He's gaining on Chilmo. It's going to be a tough place to try and make a move. Is he going to look for it? He is. He's going to get it done. Get it. Wow, Catastrophic. Thinking, I want a little bit of this too. He's right behind Chilmo, but Chilmo is now right back up to the back of Tommy.
So Tommy's now passing Mo. So when Mo and Chris and Cruz pit, they're going to come out 25 seconds behind the pack. This is going to be damage limitation for the top 2.
Yeah, I have to, and they're going to be hoping for another safety car of sorts, as Catastrophic is right now on the back of Chilmo.
These soft tires are dying. Look how quickly Tommy's closed.
Oh, and down the inside, the racing point of Romain looks on Catastrophic, not able to get it done. A little bit of touch into the grass. Catastrophic, and there's a crash.
Alex Hughes in the back.
Yeah, Alex had a little bit of trouble there. We're going to quickly get right back on over to Catastrophic, Chilmo, and Roman.
We've got a virtual safety
car.
Virtual
safety car is out.
Cruz needs to pit. This is maybe his race-saving grace right now.
Yep, under a virtual safety car, you will still lose time, but it is much different.
Much.
Yeah.
You save about 10 to 12 seconds on a normal pit stop. So that
and he's staying out.
Him on the back of the pack.
You have Chris Cann.
I'm confused. quite
Chris
frankly.
Can will dive into the pits. He's going to take our advice, and so will
Yeah,
Chilmo.
I'm confused by Cruz, quite frankly. I don't know how far he wants them soft tires to go, but at
There
lap 8 he's
goes.
gonna get eaten.
Yep, Chilmo goes onto the hard tires. Virtual safety car has now ended. We're going to jump back to Romain, Vito, and Catastrophic. Catastrophic sitting in the 3rd position at the moment. Has a little bit of an issue there through that corner. Have to hang on with those soft tires through this long left-hander.
Tommy's just taking time out of Cruz like it's fun.
Yeah, the gap right now is about 5.5 seconds on much, much younger tires, and got to think that Cruz he's got to think to pit at some point. Really lost a good opportunity there under the virtual safety car to minimize his time
Chris
lost.
can come out 18 seconds behind this Vito battle. I can only feel Cruz is gonna come out behind Chilmo. And that's going to be 2 people that he was racing for the lead now ahead of him. They're not going to be easy overtakes to make.
Yeah, not at all.
And if they fall over each other too much, they won't catch the Vito battle. So I feel like Chris has missed a trick here. I think if he doesn't win this race, I think not pitting under the safety car will be
Roman goes
oh.
wide and into the grass, and he spins out, hits the wall for good measure. He was looking catastrophic, made a huge mistake. He cut the corner and kind of caught Roman out a little bit, clipped the grass, and he was around. Luckily, able to get it going. Doesn't look like any safety car or anything. Yep, he's okay. He will keep going. Catastrophic goes wide into the grass. Another yellow flag. That might be for Catastrophic, as Vito is now into 3rd place.
Chris Cano be rubbing his hands here going, I've now got 5th. This is a 5th place I didn't expect.
Yeah, never in a million years would he have thought after all that Vito goes wide, gets a 3-second time penalty. Chilmo, Romain goes wide again out of the corner. He's into the gravel trap. And try and get it back on the track, and that's a 10-second time penalty. Wow! For exceeding the track limits, and he has retired from the session. Probably was like, I've had enough of that. Yeah. That's unfortunate for him. Was just about to pass Catastrophic for the 4th position. Got it all wrong. And wow, that's his race done.
I don't know if Cruz is holding out for another safety car here, but he's quickly running out of opportunities to win this race.
Yep. Only 7 drivers remain now. He does pit. Interesting time, as now Tommy will take over the lead of this race. Vito will be in 2nd, and Catastrophic will be back up into the podium positions. We're going to see where Cruz will fall down to, what tire he puts on. Puts on the mediums, and I think at this stage of the race that might be good enough for the end of the race.
Chris Can leaves the last corner any second. He's safe from Chris Can, but
yeah, it looks like he's
going to
safe.
be on cool tires.
Yep.
So Tommy's now our de facto leader in his rightful place, with Vito chasing him down.
And we've got not a lot of battles going on, a lot of gaps, plus only 7 drivers remaining. Going to be a long 16 laps remaining in this race.
It's a track that gives you no break. So it's one where a slight drop in concentration and it's race over. Earlier I compared Tommy to Alonso, but this has been a perfect example of that. He's stayed out of trouble and he's worked his strategy from what he's been given on the track, and now he finds himself leading a race, not needing to pit again.
Yep, Tommy's he's looking good right now, and I'd say so is Cruz, because Catastrophic, he still needs to pit. And Vito will be interesting. He's on 7-lap old hards. Don't know if they'll be able to make it to the end of the race. Catastrophic will come into the pits. So Cruz will be up to 3rd. Chris Can will be up to 4th. Not sure if Chilmo will be able to pass Catastrophic. I think he might.
I've made a mistake.
What's that?
I think Mo made a mistake on the last lap, and I
Oh,
think that's where he lost his time. Last time round, he was fairly close to the back. If Mo gets on with it down the straight, he'll come out really quite close. If not,
you can see him in the distance there. Catastrophic now exiting the pits. Chilmo on a hot pursuit. Gonna be on cold tires. Chilmo on 3-lap-old hards.
So Cruz is looking strong. But he now needs to gain on 12 seconds to the leader.
And that's a lot of time to make up. He's got the laps to do it.
Actually, if you put it to leader, he's now 17.2 seconds off the leader. If Tommy at any point gets scared, he has the ability to pit for a set of softs.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't let that gap drop too much below 15.
Only battle we've got going on right now is Chilmo and Catastrophic. Gonna keep it there for the time being. It's only about a 6/10 differential between the two. Really, not a lot to say at the moment. We had a huge crash earlier in the race that took out
Pitted.
Vito. Yeah, Vito is into the pits. Interesting call. Goes on to the mediums.
That'll give Chris Can a podium.
Yep, if everything holds to form, as now Chilmo really starting to catch up to Catastrophic now. He will get DRS down the front straight.
Because he was in at one point a podium position, and now he's fighting for 5th and stuck.
Oh, Catastrophic clips the grass, gets a little loose and goes wide. Chilmo will take that position away.
That'll be a relief for Chilmo, because his teammate's now not far up the road. If he can catch him, the podium's not too far away.
Yeah, and his teammate, Vito, as we said, just pitted for new tires. So he has fresher tires, and with more grip, that'll go a little bit faster as well. It'll be a tough task for Chilmo to catch Vito. And I think Vito and Chris Cannon are going to be an interesting battle, I think, later in this race. But for right now, he's got the faster tire on and the younger, fresher tire on as well. I think he'll start to gain, but as those mediums start to wear out and the hards start to really show their lifespan, I'd be willing to bet it'll be an interesting battle. Got a yellow flag, sector 2. Looks like Catastrophic. Yep.
I think it's quite interesting that Cruz is catching Tommy on the younger mediums. But when them mediums peak, can he continue to catch, or will he fall back again?
Yeah, but the thing is, his tires are already 10 laps old. He put those mediums on lap 4. So, as we've been talking about, he's been doing great. Oh, his Cruz has a heart-stopping moment. Car goes nearly 90 degrees. Wow, what a good save, though. Loses a lot of time, though. But will Tommy be able to keep those mediums going for the rest of the race? If I'm Cruz right now, I got to be feeling really, really good, other than that little bit of a mistake that he just had.
I'd be feeling strong, but them tires will go to the end if he's really gentle.
Oh, we got trouble. Chilmo's been off.
Oh no.
Gets it back going again, luckily for him. Looks like no damage. Catastrophic's going to gain a little bit of time on him.
If you look at Tommy, though, he's running his fuel as marginal as possible, and he's got hardly any battery.
Vito is starting to catch up to Chris Can now. The gap down under 3 seconds as it jumps, of course, right back up to 3 seconds and back down under 3 seconds. And now right at 3 seconds.
Cruz has loads more battery and fuel than Tommy, and I think this is what's hurting him. Tommy's not managing that ERS perfectly. and he's not managing that fuel correctly, and I think it's costing him time over his laps.
So just to have a quick recap, had a big crash earlier in the race, taking out Loic and Scarfo, involving Tommy. I'm pretty sure Tommy was involved in that crash. Scarfo, as we saw, facing the wrong direction when we hopped on board with him. But right now, Tommy is your race leader. Cruz sits in second. Chris Can rounds out the podiums. The two Ferraris sit behind him, of Vito and Chilmo. Catastrophic in the Haas sits sixth. And Alex in the Red Bull is seventh. We've got 12 laps remaining here in the ISRL Tier 2 Japanese Grand Prix. Round 7 out of 15. Going to be an interesting one. Definitely want to keep it here for the remainder.
Cruz is now catching Tommy, so if he can continue catching him at this rate, he'll have a good chance. Vito is within 3 seconds of Chris Can.
Yep. Catching him lap by lap. Catastrophic under 3 seconds to Chilmo. As Catastrophic gets another time penalty.
I can't help but feel Tommy has a rather commanding position. He's now got a pit stop over Chris Can in third, so it doesn't matter if he pits right now for soft tyres or for another set of mediums. He's only gonna come out a worst of third.
And we've been pretty much sitting in a dead period for the past probably 7 to 8 laps. Not much has been going on track. We've seen Chilmo have a little bit of a spin. As Catastrophic now
Reminds you
is...
of testing a little bit, doesn't it?
What's that?
It reminds you of testing a little bit, where it's just continuous race runs.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much going on, there's not much fighting.
Alex has gone
Alex
off.
has had it off. He hit that wall twice now. I'm wondering if he's trying to race without traction control on.
Vito can now clearly see Chris Can. He's catching up as we got another yellow flag. Not sure for what.
Alex again.
Gap from Vito to Chris Can now under 2.5 seconds. Not gaining by as much as I thought he initially would. Chris Can's doing a good job.
Cruz now within the 10.9 second mark, so
As
that
Alex,
gap is definitely falling.
yeah, as Alex jumps into the pits probably to get a new front wing, get some fresh tires on. He puts on the softs to go to the end of the race.
I really feel for Vito right now because he's catching, but he's catching painstakingly slow.
Yeah.
And for a driver, that's the worst type of catching because you can see him getting closer lap by lap, but you can't quite ever get close enough.
Taking a look at Tommy, your race leader, 14 lap old hard or medium tires. Cruz, second place, now turning into turn 1. Chris Can, the Williams, on 9 lap old hard tires. Vito, yeah, as you said, like that gap, it fluctuates. Sometimes you see it down to 2.2, 2.3 seconds, and now you see it sometimes closer to 3 seconds now at 2.8, 2.9 seconds. So it's gotta, as you said, the worst feeling ever when you know you're capable of catching him, but either mistakes or anything just doesn't allow you to do it. It's the worst feeling in the world, as the gap is now back up over 3 seconds.
I don't like gaps that are like 5 seconds and you know you're catching, yeah? And you're catching comfortably, but you're also racing laps.
Yep.
Like, if you pit 5 laps from the end and you're on a set of soft tyres and you're 5 seconds away, every mistake costs you an extra opportunity towards that overtake. So as a driver, there's a few situations, especially like Vito's, where you can find yourself getting quite frustrated that leads to more mistakes.
Yeah, and there's gotta become a point where say maybe I can't catch him, so let me try and preserve these tires so I can secure these 12 points or however many points you you're
Tommy
sat
picks
with
up a
is.
penalty.
Yes, Tommy. Yeah, Tommy gets a 3 second time penalty. I'm really, really still interested if Tommy's gonna have to pit again. I'm. It'll be interesting to see for sure. And as you said, he will come out behind Chris Can, or or maybe even in front of Chris Can. Who knows? But um, yeah, I think that's
If
something that we're.
Vito and Chris can continue catching Tommy like this, he'll come out behind Vito. He's now only got a 20-second gap to Vito.
Yeah, and the veto gap to Chris Can back down to 2.3, 2.5. So again, it's fluctuating. Can't seem to gain any ground consistently.
I feel like if Vito's gonna get a shot at this, he's only gonna get one attempt.
Yeah, and he's going to have to take advantage of it because, as
He
the
needs to not
laps,
get rash with it as well.
yeah, and as the
It needs
laps
to
wind
be.
down, the opportunities, the amount of opportunities start to go away.
Well, I see there's only 2 opportunities to overtake in a lap around this track, and you've got 8 laps left. He's looking at 16 more opportunities, and every lap he loses 2.
As we have now hit lap 20, as Tommy crosses the line, the gap is now under 10 seconds to Cruz. I think that medium tire might be starting to wear off just a little bit. Now down to 9.5, 9.4. Cruz is catching our race leader.
Cruz has been steadily catching for a few laps now. He's got the gap down from which was a pit stop of 20 seconds, now down to 9. So Cruz just needs to keep looking at that scoreboard, keep watching it fall down every lap.
Yep, and he's got plenty of ERS to spare too. He's not using any of it right now. Gets a little bit loose there. Don't think that'll hurt him.
As a driver, when the gaps are so big, you need to keep looking at the gap to motivate yourself to keep going forward and
And as you say that,
pushing.
the veto gap was momentarily down to 2.0 seconds. Now sitting at 2.1, 2.2. He sees him. He's so tantalizingly close, especially through that hairpin. He's almost within touching distance, but I think that can really misguide you how close you are, especially in a slow corner like that one. You see you're so close, but then the straights pick up and you realize, oh wait, no, I've still got a long way to go. Now down to 2.05 seconds, 2 seconds flat, 1 second. I think Vito's had a really, really good middle sector here. Now the front straight is the gap between our leader and Cruz.
It's now down to 8.5. He needs to get a movie on if he wants to get Tommy.
Because now his tires are going to start getting a little bit worn as well.
If he wants to catch Tommy, he needs to be catching quicker.
Oh, as Vito makes a mistake going into turn 1. That's going to really hurt him. Now the gap's down to 2.6. It was at 1.8.
2.8.
He lost a second.
And he's losing time all the way up the hill.
Oh, that's got to be unfortunate. Luckily, he gains 3/10 back within a corner. But, wow,
As a tier 1 driver sat here watching, I find mistakes like that painstaking. because I've been in that situation.
Yeah, we
And
all have.
when you're that close to someone and you make a mistake like that, your heart sinks.
Yep. And the pressure starts building, and you can feel the pressure as the laps start to dwindle down. And you got to think that, you know, the combination of things really started to get to him, as now Cruz has the gap to 7.5. He's as you said, he's
Is he
got
listening
to
to
get
the
a move on.
stream?
Yeah, he might be. He's got to get a move on. He's done a great job to get the gap down, but the laps are running out.
He
There's
gained a
coming down to
second this lap.
5 to go. If he keeps that up, he will still be short. He will be about 2 seconds behind Tommy if he keeps that rate
Tommy's
up.
tyres needs to fall off. I think Tommy needs to really struggle or make a mistake that puts Cruz within touching distance.
But yeah, as Tommy has nearly no ERS remaining, he's not really doing a lot to save it. Cruz has used a bit in the last couple laps. He's down to 40%. He's saving it. And as Tommy's low on fuel, as you can see, the fuel gauge has been
He's been
showing
like that
up.
since lap 12.
Yeah.
He's got no fuel left, so I would have thought in that big gap, knowing I was getting caught, I would have definitely had it in lean mix, had it in maybe 1 or 0 on your ERS. I would have been preparing for Cruz to come at me.
Yep, as now the gap is now down under 7 seconds. 2/10 gained, now 3/10 gained. This is going to be very, very close.
I think, personally, Tommy has got a little bit slack with having a 20-second gap, and he could have made his own downfall to win a race here. Unless he's gonna start now saving, which is gonna cost him more time.
So we've got a yellow flag here. Can't quite. Catastrophic. Yep. Back on board with Cruz now. 6 seconds the gap with 4 laps to go.
He needs to be catching quicker.
Yep, he's got to go. He's got to go now for sure. Now is the time. If you've got fuel to spare,
give it full beans,
if you've got
this is it.
If you've got fuel to spare, put it into rich. Save your ERS through the first sector. Go into overtake on the straights. Now it's under 6 seconds. He's got to be gaining by more than that though. Out of the throttle a lot through that corner. 5.8 hovering around now. 5.7. Got to hit all of his marks here. He sees the back of him. He sees the back of Tommy, or that actually might be Alex.
It's reassuring as a driver to see what you're chasing.
Yeah.
But I can't express enough if he wants to win this race. He really needs to find.
He has to go now.
Down
5.3, 5.4. Wow. 5.2, a huge increase. 5.1. But it's become the theme now. He's gaining by about a second a lap. He's running out of laps.
He needs to be gaining by more. That first sector needs to be stronger.
Another yellow flag. Looks like a Ferrari. Yeah, Chilmo. He's going very slowly. No safety car. And I think Cruz, as he starts to see those laps dwindle down, he might be just praying for a safety car. But, and I think...
It's not going to come.
No, because if a safety car comes out now, we might finish under the safety car, so I think
we won't get a safety car then.
Wow. Cruz now 4.4 seconds. Getting ever so closer, only 3 laps left, 4.3.
This is going to be a one-shot.
Wow, look at that. Look at that angle.
If he gets a chance at it, he's going to get one chance, and it's going to be...
Yellow flag, that's Alex. Alex is off.
It didn't hinder Cruz.
No, he didn't. 4.2 is the gap. 4.1. Coming to 3 laps to go at the line.
If he can get it within 3 seconds,
he's got a chance.
One shot at the chicane in the last corner.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be great if it comes down to that.
As a race, it has not been entertaining.
No, but look, if it's saved it up.
As a strategy race, it's been brilliant.
Yeah.
If you're into strategy, long races, and some quite brilliant catch-up
And
play
now
by
Vito.
Cruz after
Vito's catching back up to Chris Can. The gap is under 2 seconds.
1-9. Cruz is within
3.6.
3-6.
This is going to be extremely close. If it's been saving up all the excitement, besides the big crash, down 3.3 seconds. If it's saving it up, oh, he loses a little bit of time. He loses 3/10.
You don't have time for that.
Nope, you don't. He
Cruz.
quickly gains some of it back, though. That gap to Vito is now down to 1.6.
Vito's going to have a shot at third. Cruz is going to
now
have a shot at first.
Is Chilmo going to get in the way of Cruz? It's not looking like Cruz is going to be able to catch him now, but oh, he can see him right up the hill. That's got to be just aggravating. Only
If he can gain a second this lap, he can do it.
The gap hasn't really gone down. Now it's starting to go back up.
Does Cruz have anything left to give?
Wow. Now the Vito gap now down to 1 second. A little bit of a wheel spin. Now it's 3 seconds flat. Now under 3 seconds. Coming to 2 laps to go.
Battle if you want, and you can watch the Vito Chris Can one.
I've got Tommy and Cruz. You take a look at Vito and Chris Can. Battle for the lead. Okay. Now under 3 seconds at about 2.7. Coming to 2 laps to go to the line. Look at how close that they are.
2-6. Oh, this is going to be close.
2.3. Is the lap car of Chilmo going to distract our leader? He's now in front of him. That's got to be distracting. 2.1 seconds is the gap. He's into the grass a little bit.
Personally,
2 laps to go.
Mo needs to stop and get out of the way.
Yeah, because this has got to be very distracting. Under 2.1. And Tommy's still got low fuel.
I could honestly understand Tommy complaining about this after the race, because as a race leader, that is the last thing you want. You're coming under pressure for your race lead.
Oh, look at how close. Oh, there may have been a mistake. I think Tommy may have had a mistake. Look at the gap. 1.7.
Vito within 8/10 of Chris Can. He's closing.
As you said a couple laps ago, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen on the last lap at the last chicane. 1.6 is the gap. If he could somehow get into DRS.
Shot into turn 1 on the last lap.
Tommy's got no fuel and no ERS. 1.4 is the gap. 1.3 is the gap. 1.2 is the gap. Could he possibly get into DRS range for the front straightaway?
If he gets a shot on the last lap into turn 1, I think he'll be thankful.
He's got to nail this chicane to get DRS. He's under 1 second.
He's within, he'll get DRS.
He is under 1 second, now down to 0.8 of a second remaining. Oh, he's lost a little bit of time. He's got DRS though. 9.5 is the gap. We have started the final lap. 8.5 is the gap. Look at how close they are.
Vito's within DRS of Chris Can.
0.6 of a second. It has all come down to the final lap. Tommy has got to be sweating like crazy. He's got to nail. Oh, he's had a little bit of a mistake. The gap is now down to 0.5.
This could be a Senna cross chicane heroic moment.
Oh, Tommy's got to be careful. Chill gets a little bit loose. The gap's down to 0.3. They are right on the back bumper. Oh, he's so close. Little bit of the grass there.
Would be a heroic drive by Cruz.
Now he's just got to wait, take his time, save some ERS. Alex, that's the fastest lap of the race. Now how's Tommy looking? Tommy is red flashing fuel. 14% ERS. It's going to come down to the last chicane.
Tommy has done incredible on the tires.
Yeah, give it up for Tommy.
Cruz
no kidding. A little bit of... Yeah, he's dropped back just a little bit. 0.5 is the gap. He's going to get some slipstream, though. Overtake ERS. Here he comes on the final lap of the race into the chicane. for the final time. There goes Cruz looking to the inside. They make a little bit of contact. Now down the outside. Oh, he got it!
What an overtake!
Cruz got it done on the last turn. And he's going to win the Japanese Grand Prix. Oh my goodness. What a race.
If there's an overtake to win a race, that was it.
Oh my
Round the
goodness!
outside, into the chicane.
What did you say 3 laps ago? It would happen on the chicane on the final lap of the race, and that is exactly what happened. Are you kidding me? What a race! What a way to end that race.
Yeah, that
wow.
could be a better finish. I think Cruz needs applause for what an incredible drive. He brought back 22 seconds.
And you've got to
Tommy.
Yeah, you got to give it up to Tommy as well for holding those medium tires for 24 laps. And it looks like there was a little bit of time penalties involved, but I still made it incredible. He didn't know if he had time penalties. Cruz had no idea, so he got the move done. Did it cleanly from my point of view. Didn't. Wow.
No, there was no contact. It was a brilliant move. He manoeuvred Tommy into a position where if he stuck it down the outside, he would have the inside for the next part of the chicane. He gave Tommy the question of, you can get second or we can have a crash.
Wow. And I think that, that's hats off to him. He knows he's got penalties. Yeah. But, yeah, well done to Tommy and Cruz for one of the most exciting race finishes I have ever seen. Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be one of the highlights of the season and possibly one of the comeback drives of the season. 22 seconds down with just over 12 laps.
Yeah, gonna have to talk to Nick about putting these top 15 moments back in, because if not, if we still were doing that, that drive
that would be number one.
That not only would be number one for the week. That if we do a top 15 of the year, I'd bet my bottom dollar that would be number one, if not up there. But Cruz is your race winner. Wow. Cruz is your race winner.
It's crazy to say that.
I know.
12 laps ago, he was 22 seconds away. And now we're
Tommy
saying...
finishes P2, and Chris didn't really say much about him, but well done to him. He gets third, and he gets a podium.
He held off
Wow,
Vito,
he did. Vito was on the charge as well for trying to get that. He held him off. But that is going to do it from the Japanese Grand Prix, ISRL Tier 2, round 7 of 15. If you enjoyed this...
some points.
Yeah, no kidding.
Normally got with the fastest lap, so
well done to Alex and everyone on the grid. Be sure stick it with ISRL for tomorrow. We've got Tier 3 and Tier 1. My name has been ISRL Carter, joined in the commentary booth by ISRL Mushroom. Thank you everyone for joining. Stick it here for tomorrow, 2 p.m. Tier 3, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Tier 1. Once again, I've been Carter with Mushroom. We will see you guys later.